Okay. Welcome everyone to Amaya channel. Today we are studying physics and we are going to understand equations of motion, the three important equations of motion. We stop the presentation. Now I will be writing and teaching the most important part of equation of motion. So first most important thing for understanding equation of motion is, first part is it should be, that means the motion of a body should be in a straight line. The motion of a body should be in a straight line. Second important point is when we are discussing the three equations of motion, the motion has to be uniformly accelerated. So what are the two restrictions we need? Then only we can apply three equations of motion. Can anybody tell me in the chat box? Give me in the chat box fast. Okay. Yes, beta, I'm recording only. Fine. Okay, audible. Thank you so much, beta. Now listen to me. So that means what, beta? We have understood. Very good. Hello. Beta, am I audible? Hello, now I am audible to you, beta. Oh, thank you so much. That is what I'm telling now, beta. Your screen sharing is paused. Wait. Fine. Now can you see the screen, beta? What is this problem is today happening? Don't know. Okay, now listen to me, beta. For two things, that is what you talked about. First important point was acceleration. First one, acceleration has to be uniform. Acceleration has to be uniform, beta. Okay, second important point is the motion of a body should be in straight line. Motion of a body should be where, beta? Motion of a body should be in a straight line. Means if vehicle is moving, the vehicle should move in straight line or the body should move in straight line. So when these two conditions will be applicable, then only we can apply three equations of motion. How many equations of motion we have? We have three equations of motion. Okay, so let's start one by one. How many equations of motion we have? We will do that one. Okay, the first equation of motion is v minus u by t is equal to a. This is exactly definition of acceleration only, Navita. Acceleration, acceleration is equal to change in velocity by time taken. Here it is exactly change in velocity by time taken. Correct only. That is exactly the first equation of motion. So first equation of motion is relation given by velocity. So this equation of motion relation is exactly velocity acquired by a body velocity acquired by a body in time t. Beta, v minus u by t is equal to a is nothing but velocity acquired by a body in time t. What is this is, beta? This is velocity acquired by a body in time t. What is this one, beta? Velocity acquired by a body in time t. Velocity acquired by a body in time t. I repeat, velocity acquired by a body in time t. That is the three equations of motion are there, beta. That is the first one is velocity acquired by a body in time t, and that is v minus u by t is equal to a. So the first equation of motion is also known as, okay, The first equation of motion will be dependent on acceleration. Now let's check about acceleration, beta. When we are checking about acceleration, you will be knowing one very important point, that is when we start the motion of a body, now look here, beta. That means when we will start the acceleration, so here most important point is u is the initial velocity and v is the final velocity. Now the distance covered by the body, we will take it as s. Okay, and then beta acceleration will be considered as a, fine. Now beta, what in all content will be there when time here means when you started moving from time t to time, some certain time will be there. So take us, let us take that time t. So when you will have a final velocity, time considered as t, you have covered the displacement. A displacement is exactly covered here. Velocity acquired by a body in time t, displacement is exactly covered, time is exactly there. So now beta, what we need here, what we need here, sure. So now what we need here is second equation of motion. So first equation of motion explains the relation between velocity and time. Velocity and acceleration is there. Second equation of motion will be exactly dependent on displacement. Displacement S is equal to ut plus half at square. S is equal to ut plus half at square. So that beta, this equation is exactly distance traveled. So here distance content will be related here. Distance content will be related. This is S is equal to ut plus half at square. This is second equation of motion. So first I will write all the three equations of motion and one by one I'll discuss. Okay. Now second equation of motion is dependent on displacement and time. Displacement and time. Third equation of motion will be exactly dependent on, okay, one by one I'll start, beta. Hmm. Fine, beta. I have taken all the children inside. I waited so that I can take the children inside the room. Now everyone is inside the room. Let's start the class, beta, again. That means there will be three equations of motion. First equation of motion is v minus u by t is equal to a. Second equation of motion is s is equal to ut plus half at square. Okay. Third equation of motion is v square minus u square is equal to 2as. So these are the three equations of motion. Now this three equations of motion is possible when, beta? These three equations of motion is possible when acceleration is uniform. Case 1, it is possible for uniform acceleration. Second case is needed when the body will move in a straight line. So I hope my children might have understood these two important points. What are the two important points? Okay, very good. That is, Kanishka is telling, when the body is exactly having uniform motion, uniform acceleration, correct? And the body is moving in straight line. So first what we will do is, beta, we will derive the first equation. So exactly first equation of motion, according to definition of first equation of motion, let's see. according to definition of acceleration, what we know according to definition of acceleration, third one is beta v square minus u square is equal to 2as. 2as, v square minus u square is equal to 2as. So there are exactly three equations of motion. First equation of motion is v minus u by t is equal to a. Second equation of motion is s is equal to ut plus half at square. Third equation of motion is v square minus u square is equal to 2as. Okay, beta. Now according to definition of acceleration, acceleration is equal to fine. Acceleration is equal to change in velocity by time taken. Okay, that is acceleration is equal to, very good beta, change in velocity per unit time or change in velocity by time taken. So beta, that will become final velocity minus initial velocity by t. Now here a is equal to v minus u by t. Now this t you shift that side, it will become at is equal to v minus u. Now shift this u that side, minus u that side. The moment minus u will shift that side, it will become plus. So v is equal to u plus at. And this is the first equation of motion. V is equal to u plus at is what? V is equal to u plus at is first equation of motion. It is exactly what beta? First equation of motion. V is equal to u plus at is first equation of motion. Okay. V is equal to u plus at is first equation of motion. Correct only beta. Okay. V is equal to u plus at is first equation of motion. Now we will take it as equation 1. So beta, whenever first equation is first equation of motion is velocity time relation. So here it is giving what beta? It is giving velocity time relation. Here it is velocity and time is there. So that's why velocity time relation here it is having. Now we will talk about second equation of motion. Now beta, what first we have done is we kept v is equal to u plus at, and that became the first equation of motion. Now beta, with the help of first equation of motion, how to derive the second equation of motion? Okay, with the help of first equation of motion, how to derive second equation of motion? Now what we are going to do is, we know one very important formula, that is average speed. Because second equation of motion we don't know what is, but we will see first. So what is average velocity? For second equation of motion, it is exactly distance time relation. Ah, super. Vineet has given everything. Second equation is distance time relation. First one was velocity time. Here it is distance and time relation. Second one is exactly distance time relation. Here some network issue, that's why writing is not coming perfect. So distance time relation. What is the second one beta? Distance time relation. Now you know one very important thing, velocity. What is average velocity? Average velocity is equal to initial velocity plus final velocity by 2. You know this formula na beta? Average velocity is equal to initial velocity plus final velocity by 2. This formula already everybody is knowing na beta. Average velocity is equal to initial velocity plus final velocity by 2. Now, what about distance traveled? When a body is traveling a distance, you know that speed is equal to distance by time. Then beta, distance will be equal to, this one will go and multiply with speed. So distance is equal to speed into time, beta. Speed is equal to distance by time. So distance is equal to speed into time. Speed is equal to distance by time. So distance is equal to speed into time. I repeat, speed is equal to distance by time. So distance will be equal to speed into time. So beta, shall we write here distance is equal to speed into time? Okay, distance is equal to speed into time. So beta, here one very important thing is this speed in a particular direction will become the velocity. This speed in a particular direction will become the velocity, beta. This speed in a particular direction will become what? Velocity. So this speed in a particular direction, that is what? Particular direction. Particular direction will become velocity. So now what we are going to write is speed. Distance is equal to, so distance traveled, average velocity. So in a particular direction, if it is moving, so this one will become average velocity. Average velocity into time. And you know beta, what is average velocity? Right now we have written average velocity is equal to u plus v by t into time. Okay, now look here beta, here v is equal to u plus at. Substitute it. U plus, instead of v, shall we write u plus at? And down 2 is there t, using equation 1. So whatever part is written in equation 1, I just substituted it. One more time I will teach, don't worry about it. I repeat, one more time I will teach, don't worry about it. Okay, so first what I did, I'll explain each and every point. Fine. Okay, so here most important point you have to remember here, beta, that the distance traveled. So I will write so that you will not have confusion. I'm writing how distance is equal to average velocity into time came here, because you will be thinking, auntie talked about average velocity, and we already know average velocity formula is initial velocity plus final velocity by 2. So we know this formula, and we also know that distance is equal to speed by speed into time. But directly from where auntie wrote this one? Because she should have some basis of writing this one, na? That is S is equal to average velocity into time. How auntie wrote distance as S and how she wrote that as that side. So now let me explain each and every point here. Fine. So one by one now I'll explain here. Let the distance traveled distance traveled distance traveled by the body in time t, in time tb s. So that is what beta, distance traveled by the body in time t, we have taken it as s. Okay, so here distance is equal to speed into time. So better here, this is exactly speed, okay, into time. So this is distance formula. Fine. Now what we are doing is we are telling that the distance traveled by the moving body in time t can be found out by considering its average velocity Okay, that is what I did, beta. Here, first important point is distance is equal to speed into time. We know that in a particular direction. So when we will be considering it as a particular direction, then distance here s is equal to average velocity. And that's why by beta I have added this point. That is the distance traveled by a moving body in time t can be found out by considering its average velocity. So here that is what we did is we tried to find the average velocity. So here distance is equal to average velocity into time, and formula for average velocity is u plus v by 2. This is the formula for average velocity now beta. That is what, and now beta what we did in this v, we substituted this value. This v value we substituted there. Now s is equal to 2u plus at into t by 2. Now what we will do, this t will go and multiply with 2. It will become 2ut by 2 plus at square by 2. So this and this will get cancelled. So now what will be the final answer? S is equal to only ut plus half at square. Ut plus half at square. I hope my children might have understood anything. Did you understood 20% of it also? I'll repeat, Keshav. Didn't understood. 20% also not understood. Okay. Beta, again and again, I'll say one important point. So first, today, from the beginning of the session, we started with an important point. That is, today we are going to do uniform acceleration. Then you said, Auntie, what is uniform acceleration? Is when the no problem, Ashwin, I'll explain it better. No problem. See, it is my duty to teach you better until and unless you will not understand what is the meaning of teaching you all. So beta, my first responsibility is to teach you first. And then only beta, it will be coming correct. Fine. So first is, so don't worry anything about it. I will teach and I will explain this point. Now, first important thing, beta, when velocity will be uniform, then acceleration will be uniform. Means velocity uniform here means the velocity is particularly increasing, uniformly increasing. So since the velocity is exactly increasing in a regular basis, its acceleration will be uniform. I repeat, what will be uniform? Its acceleration will be uniform. When velocity is increasing in a regular basis, what will be uniform? Its acceleration will be uniform. I repeated, its acceleration will be uniform and the body will be exactly moving in a straight line. So two things are very important to explain the three equations of motion. Very good. First is body should be uniformly accelerated motion. The body should have what? The body should have uniformly accelerated motion. What type of motion the body should have? Uniformly accelerated motion. Okay. Now next important point, beta. First, what we did is, since the body is having uniformly accelerated motion, we derived first equation of motion. I hope my children understood first equation of motion. First equation of motion. First, give me consideration that you have understood first equation of motion. Yes, Vishal is telling understood. Ashwin told first equation of motion understood. Keshav told first equation of motion understood. Okay, beta, very good. That means first equation of motion everybody understood. Fine. First equation of motion everybody understood. That is a very good point. Now listen, beta. Next important point here is first equation of motion. If you will understand, that means we are going to write the first equation of motion here. That is v is equal to u plus at. And now the second equation of motion says that. So Kritika, So what we are doing here is Kanishka. So I and Kanishka, we are talking about second equation of motion. Now with the help of this example, better try to understand second equation of motion. So me and Kanishka, we both were talking about second equation of motion. Kanishka said, Auntie, what is the second equation of motion is about? Then I said, first equation of motion was about velocity and time. Now, second equation of motion is about distance and time. Second equation of motion is about what? Distance and time. Second equation of motion is about what, beta? Distance and time. So here, distance time relation we have to find. What we have to find here? Distance and time relation. Then Kanishka asked a question, ki auntie, distance is written as s. Okay, distance is equal to written as s, auntie. S is the speed, because speed is equal to distance by time. Then auntie will say, okay, I was not knowing, my children are having problem with this. But beta, we know one very important point, that speed is equal to distance by time. So speed is equal to distance by time, beta. Speed is equal to distance by time. Okay. Then you said, auntie, speed can become velocity. I asked, how can speed will become a velocity? Then you said, auntie, when we will take speed in a particular direction, it will become velocity. Am I true? Am I true? If we will take speed in a particular direction, that is what I taught you. Remember, when are you watching the videos, the past videos, what we have made in physics? I don't think you are watching and you are learning again and again. Better like a story you saw, see that video, it will help you. For what we have made this video, so that whenever you will have confusion, go through the video, see the video one time, and then you will be getting. Okay, very good. So here Vishal is telling no change in direction. Merunisa, I checked, beta, she's not here. I checked, she's not here. Her application is not here. She is not there so that I can join her. Tell to try once, I will take her in the group. Fine. Already network is very weak, beta. It is hanging very now and then. I'm trying somehow to manage the class today. Okay, now listen to me very nicely, beta. I was there talking about Kanishka and me. So Kanishka said, auntie, speed is equal to distance by time. Then I asked Kanishka that, Kanishka, can we convert speed into velocity? She said, auntie, we can convert speed into velocity. We can convert speed into velocity. Only what we have to write, speed in a particular direction will become velocity. And this is what I wrote now. Speed in a particular direction is velocity. Speed in a particular direction is exactly velocity. So that means we can write distance is equal to speed in a particular direction into time. Now, beta, it became what? Speed in a particular direction will become velocity. Okay, speed in a particular direction will become what, beta? Tell me. Speed in a particular direction will become what? Velocity. Okay. Her application is not there. Correct only. So now, beta, here one thing is there, that me and Kanishka, we were talking about the entire journey. We were talking about the entire journey. Means the journey where the body started moving from initial velocity and covered a total distance s. Okay, a total distance s with an acceleration a in time t. So the body started moving with time t is equal to 0 till time t it went. I hope you might have understood, beta. Okay, so since it is a total change, means it is exactly talking about we are not going anywhere, we are doing full journey. So when we will do full journey, that means what? This velocity, speed in a particular direction, which became velocity. So distance is equal to, now we get what? Speed in a particular direction. And since the velocity, full part we are taking, so this will become average velocity. This velocity will become what, beta? Average velocity. I hope now you have understood or not. Tell me. Now you have understood or not, beta? Keshav understood. What about others? So, beta, what we have done here we have understood two things back to back. Kanishka and me, we were talking about entire journey. So when entire journey is there, then we can find average velocity. So the velocity, what we are doing is we are converting it into average velocity. Okay. Ekta understood. Okay, beta. Thank you so much. Now, anyone is having doubt, beta? Anish, Ashwin, sorry. Ashwin having doubt, beta? And beta, for formula for average velocity. What is the formula for average velocity? Formula for average velocity is this one. That means now what we can do here is average velocity formula we are going to write here, and that is what we have written, average velocity formula. And now by first equation of motion we have derived final velocity formula. So now after getting this, what we are doing in the final velocity, that is in the final velocity v, we just substituted this v formula. And now v formula is written as u plus at. What is v formula written as? U plus at. Because here final v is equal to u plus at, beta. Now u plus u will become 2u plus at. And now divide 2 separately. So 2 and 2 will get cancelled. So ut plus came. And now a into t, 8 first 2 into ut. So it will become ut because 2 and 2 got cancelled. But again plus 80 square, 80 into t. 80 into t will become 80 square by 2. That is ut is equal to half 80 square. Now understood, children? I hope you might have understood. Okay. No, ma'am, clarified. Okay. Understood or not, beta? Beta, I'm trying. Meronisa is not there here. How to take her in, beta? She is not here. She is not in the meeting room. If she'll be in the meeting room, then only I can take her in, na, beta. Okay, we are recording the session. I'm trying to record the session. She can see the session, and if she will have doubt, I will definitely clear her doubt, beta. So I hope my children might have understood what they can do here. This equation is exactly going to use to solve questions, beta. Many questions will be there where you are going to use and solve the questions. Okay, these equations you are going to do. So what I am advising you that today, see how you have converted velocity into average velocity. Very simple, beta, because you are talking about entire journey. Okay, what you are talking about. So Keshav is asking auntie how it came. Now let me explain that. Directly live stream I will teach Divya Shri today. Here screen is getting blocked, beta, today. Yes, Ashwin. Since we are talking about entire journey, beta, so I told you at the time of teaching average velocity, na, average velocity means initial velocity plus final velocity by 2. Average velocity is what? Initial velocity plus final velocity by 2. So here total distance of the journey will be equal to average velocity into total time. Are you understanding or not? Are you understanding this or not? So when somebody will say that rather than talking about Nivedita going to school and then school to Khushbu auntie's house, can't we say to directly that Nivedita came from home to Khushbu auntie's house? So that with their total distance will be there. So this distance is what? Total distance. This velocity is average velocity. Average velocity means total velocity for entire journey, and this time is total time taken. So when such condition will be coming, at that time we can use the formula directly. Okay, what we can do, we can use the formula directly, and that is average velocity formula is beta u plus v by 2 is equal to at. Here t is what? Total time. What is t beta? Total time. Okay, so what is t? T is exactly equal to total time. And then beta, first you have to multiply. Instead of this v, we have written this formula, v is equal to u plus at. And now instead of v, here u plus at, u plus at. So u plus u will become 2u, and then at will be there. Then what I did, I separated it. This t will multiply to 2u. It will become 2ut by 2. And now beta, this 2 and this 2 will get cancelled. And now 80 square by 2 will be there into s. So 80 square by 2, and 80 square by 2 will be as it is, because nothing can be cancelled here. Then it is giving s is equal to ut plus half 80 square. I hope now my children might have understood this. Now my children might have understood. Okay, now I'm requesting you that physics is not a very tough thing, but beta, from the beginning, keep on watching the videos what we have made. That video we have not made to exactly pass to others to study. They will study nicely, and what will happen to you? Okay, so from the beginning, you keep on, because I'm writing there session by session. So wherever you will have doubt, just go through the video. Your doubt will be cleared. So keep on watching those videos. You will be understanding that